This is my take on Chiron. Chiron would be much like where we got tripped up at, and we continually kind of loop in this tripping. Uh, for me, let me use my example, my placement. Chiron in Leo. Leo is known to be like the lion and is ruled by the sun. Big, bright energy, vitality. Chiron is spoken to as the wounded healer archetype. This was basically an immortal being, Chiron, an immortal being who got shot and a poisonous arrow landed in Chiron. It would normally kill, and put to death, lay to die, any mortal being. Yet this was an immortal being. And so it was continually poisoning in Chiron for infinity. And it's just learning how to deal with that wound. I'm going to leave it to the experts to speak to how to really transcend these chironic energies and placements and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to do my best to give a simplicity to my experience with the Chiron placements. First and foremost, to begin to initiate Chiron in fire. That's Chiron that received the branding of fire energy versus water, or like just a lot of communication, a lot of thoughts. Chiron in fire is about your expression, your creative expression. I am a Chiron in Leo. There's Chiron in Sagittarius, Chiron in Aries. I really suggest to go deeper into your Chiron placement, as in, what does it mean to have Chiron in that specific element of the sign that it's in? If you have Chiron in Capricorn, that's a earth-based tripping up and looping through, maybe getting stuck on values or all these different earth-based things. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, getting tripped up with stability. I will link that video. It is a video by this brother named, I'm gonna call him Pilot. This brother is, I believe from what I've researched with his videos, learned a lot, just so much depth. He's got a 8th house Mercury, the way he thinks, the way he communicates the thoughts. Mercury would be like your magic that you wield. So definitely check out that video and look for my timestamps of each sign on YouTube. You look at the comments, you can go directly to yours there. The big thing next is, what if you don't even know where your Chiron placement is? Or even, why is it worth my investment to go look it up? I've wrestled with this stage or phase in the process of learning or witnessing, observing astrology, being interested and fascinated by it. To learn, you really need to put yourself forward and use your abilities to draw in information regarding your astrology. Value it more. It really aids in the deconditioning process. I like how Johnny, he's an astrologer who shares his wisdom in the Casa community. Reverence to Johnny. Appreciate the container and the conversation that he's really added to in my environment. I've given thanks also to Oyi Sun, who taught me very sturdy, strong fundamentals. Definitely everybody who's interested maybe likes my style of sharing, how I came to mature more of my astrological development and communicating about it. A lot of that I do give reverence to being in the space of Oyi Sun's Inner Magic Academy classes. Yet I definitely would encourage everyone who's willing to take responsibility for themselves and show up in a space. Oyi does conduct this class, the Inner Magic Academy, as a Jedi Academy. So it is a spiritual martial art. It's a supernatural martial art. You're using a lot of the more heavenly realms. If you feel interested and called when you hear this, hear me speaking about this, if you're interested in learning the very basics, going from zero and learning to pilot that vehicle, what can be a foreign language at first, astrology, how to start putting the bricks, one brick at a time. It brings a lot of clarity and serenity, at least in my experience, studying and applying what I'm receiving on a soul level. So if you feel called to learn the basics of astrology, which basics I'm referring to. You got to know how to draw the characters, the symbols of each of the planets in each of the zodiac signs. You need to know how to learn to read the language. And then you just get better at reading the language, just like any language you learn. But once you know the fundamentals, the building blocks is also similar to studying and being able to read and interpret hieroglyphics. It's a story being shared on a soul level, is deep in the archetypal realms of like the deep subconscious, unconscious realms. So let me know if you're interested in joining a tutoring, an astrological, I'm really going to call it an inner magic tutoring. Just send me some kind of communication, ideally through my DMs or to the email of mystikravenmedicine@gmail.com. Say I'm interested in astrological tutoring. Well, I'll continue the conversation from there. There's so much that astrology can share with us. For me, as a human design manifesting generator, emotional manifesting generator, I have a lot of energy. And for me to know where to put my energy, also I'm Mars in Cancer, and that Mars in Cancer is in my 12th house based upon how I read my chart here in Austin. That feels good for now, good for this video. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you want to contact me through the DM or email, mystikravenmedicine@gmail.com. Hasta la vista.